A big advantage that digital photography has over film photography is the ability to instantly play back your images on the LCD monitor. Both photographs and movies can be viewed at any time by pressing the Playback button. The most recently taken image or the last one you viewed will be shown first. You can view other images stored on the memory card by using the left and right arrow buttons on the multi-selector to go backward or forward. You can tell which image you're looking at by noting the numbers that are displayed in the upper right-hand corner. The digits to the left of the slash tell you the frame number, and the digits to the right of the slash tell you the total number of images and/or video clips that are stored on the memory card. At the bottom of the screen, you can see the folder where the image is stored, the file name, the image quality setting, the image size, the time of day, and the date it was taken. Whenever you're playing back images, they can be viewed individually, as seen here, or as thumbnails by pressing the thumbnail button. You can choose to show 4 images per page, 9 images, 72 images, or even use the calendar display to easily find photos organized by the date they were taken. Let's use the Playback Zoom In button to go back to the thumbnail page that shows only 4 images. Notice that each photo is individually numbered, and a bar on the right side of the screen tells you approximately where you are in relation to the rest of the photos stored on the card. The 4 arrow buttons on the multi-selector can be used to scroll through the images. When you find a photo that you want to view full screen, just press the OK button to exit the thumbnail view. And if full screen view isn't good enough to see the details, for example, if you wanted to check to see if an image was in focus, you can press the Playback Zoom In button repeatedly to magnify the image. You can scroll around the frame to see other parts of the photo by using the arrow buttons. To decrease the magnification, press the thumbnail button to zoom back out, or just press the OK button at any time to immediately return to the normal full-screen view. If you've got an important picture on the memory card that you want to prevent from being accidentally erased, press the Protect button. Whenever you see the key icon overlaid on a picture, that means it's locked and can't be deleted. That is, unless you reformat the memory card, and then everything on the card will be erased. The playback screen we've been looking at so far is called the File Information Display. To view additional information about a photo, you can press either the up or down arrow buttons to switch to the Overview Data display. Now we've added quite a bit of metadata information about the image, and even a histogram for checking the exposure. But that's not all you can show. Let's press the Menu button, go to the Playback Menu tab, and choose the Display Mode menu. Now we have 3 additional playback display options to choose from. Let's put check marks in all 3 of the boxes to turn them on, and then select Done to lock in the changes. Next, let's switch the camera out of the menu mode and go back to the playback mode. Now, instead of just having 2 playback display screens to choose from, we have 5. I can cycle through them by pressing the up or down arrow buttons. There's File Information, Overview Data, Shooting Data Page 1, Shooting Data Page 2, Shooting Data Page 3, an RGB histogram, and a display mode called Highlights. Notice the flashing white areas in the picture. That is called highlights, and it's the camera's way of warning you that part of your image is nearly pure white, and therefore possibly overexposed. Now that's not necessarily anything to worry about, and depending on the subject of the picture, it might be perfectly acceptable. The camera is merely bringing it to your attention so that you are aware of it. When you see highlights flashing, sometimes you'll want to adjust the exposure settings and shoot the picture again to avoid overexposure. Now let's jump back to the playback menus again and take a look at the other menu choices. There are 7 sub-menus within the Playback menu tab that control the playback and editing of the images on your memory card. The Delete menu is handy when you want to erase several images at once. You have the choice of deleting only selected pictures, deleting all the pictures taken on a certain date, or all of the pictures, except of course any photos that have been protected. Let's choose Selected and see how it's done. First, you use the left and right arrow buttons to scroll through the images on the card until you find one that you don't want to keep. And then press the thumbnail button to mark it. Continue marking as many pictures as you want, but any pictures with a key icon superimposed are protected and can't be deleted. If you want to take a closer look at any picture, hold down the Playback Zoom In button momentarily to magnify it. Once you've selected all the pictures you want to delete, press the OK button, highlight Yes, and then press the OK button again to finish the deletion. The next menu choice is Playback Folder. With the D5000, you can segregate your pictures on the memory card into various folders to organize them by subject, date, location, or whatever criteria you choose. Then you can use the Playback Folder setting to designate whether you are playing back images from all the folders at once or just a selected folder. I recommend you change this setting to All, so that you are always viewing every picture that's stored on the memory card. If you don't, you increase the chance of accidentally reformatting a card that has pictures on it that you may have forgotten about. We already looked at the display mode options. Image Review controls whether or not your images are automatically displayed for a few seconds on the monitor right after you shoot them. If you don't want them displayed, you can change this menu. When Rotate Tall is turned on, the camera will display vertical pictures resized and rotated on the monitor for easy viewing. Slideshow allows you to play back images as an automated sequence. The interval that each frame is displayed can be adjusted from 2 to 10 seconds, and that's the only customizable setting. Slideshow is particularly useful when you are displaying your pictures on a TV screen. Print Set allows you to print your photos directly to a compatible printer. But if you want better results, I suggest that you transfer your photos to a computer first, do some touch-up work, and then print them out. The final playback function I want to tell you about is the OK button. Whenever a picture is displayed on the monitor, you can press the OK button to jump straight to the Retouch menu page. So if you find yourself using the retouch menus often, this shortcut can save you a lot of time.